Did you know that the Bermuda Triangle is not just a place on a map? And what happens there is described only by the press and popular rumors as mysticism. In fact, everything is a little different, and almost all the phenomena that are considered abnormal have a perfectly logical explanation. All the same, people want to believe in something mystical and build theories about the mysticism that sometimes happens in the world. As a result, they ignore all the arguments of scientists and build theories about how someone disappeared and appeared on the other side of the earth. That's how they are people. We too like to discuss different versions of events, so let's talk in general about what's going on in this mysterious territory. The Bermuda Triangle is commonly referred to as the area in the Sargasso Sea. According to legends, many anomalous phenomena occur there, including missing ships and airplanes. Since it is a triangle, it must have vertices. They are points that coincide with the location of such geographical sites as Miami, Bermuda, and San Juan. The area of this territory is quite large and is about 700,000 square kilometers. Almost all of the area is ocean, and because the Bermuda Triangle is located exactly in the Atlantic Ocean, many people gravitate to stories about it as Atlantis. The best known ways to explain the mystical events in the Bermuda Triangle are aliens and Atlanteans, the inhabitants of the missing Atlantis. Is it really true that Atlantis takes its victims? That is, objects and people encounter either a gap in space and time, or are simply carried away by incredible forces. For example, many believe that ships end up in a parallel world or simply get stuck in time. That's how they disappear and never return. This also explains why their wreckage is never found. Many people remember the legend of Kraken, a giant cephalopod mollusk, which, although known more from the descriptions of Icelandic sailors, but may well live in these waters and sink ships that happen to be near it. This mythical monster has long been a major legend for sailors. It is all very interesting to discuss and fantasize about it, but modern science, although not completely solve the mysteries of the Bermuda Triangle, can still tell why mysterious things happen in it without popular folklore and horror stories about monsters. And at the same time, science can tell you why, statistically, ships in the Bermuda Triangle do not go missing more often than in other parts of the ocean. This, by the way, is confirmed by the U.S. Coast Guard and various insurance companies that pay compensation for lost ships and their cargo. Despite the fact that science does not recognize the appearance of aliens and Atlanteans in the area of the Bermuda Triangle, this does not mean that there are no anomalies in it. But first of all, we must understand that the world's oceans are extremely heterogeneous. It has both vast areas where the depth exceeds several kilometers and shoals. Bermuda Triangle just belongs to the second category. There are a lot of shoals and reefs there. They can be the cause of a large number of shipwrecks, especially at a time when sailors had no echo sounders and satellite navigation systems. Ships back then were wooden, and when they ran aground, they were soon destroyed. Another anomaly described by scientists is infrasound. According to this version, the surface of the ocean can somehow generate sound inaudible to the ear, which drives people crazy and makes them do strange things. For example, deliberately sinking a ship or simply jumping overboard. Another reason for the strange ocean behavior in the Bermuda Triangle area and the potential danger to ships is methane emissions. The cause of the emission may be the decay reaction of methane hydrate on sea days. According to this theory, methane bubbles rise to the surface, so reducing the density of the water that ships simply can't hold onto it and sink. Proof that this is possible is the use of such a principle by people. When tower jumpers practice entering the water, a special bubbling is turned on for them. It makes it seem softer so that the athlete won't get hurt if they take a bad fall. The same air rarefaction when the gases are further lifted can prevent airplanes from generating lift and even disrupt engine operation. One of the most recent examples of a ship going missing in the Bermuda Triangle, but then being found, is the SS Cotopaxi. It is a merchant ship that left the port of Charleston, South Carolina, on November 29, 1925. A couple of days later the ship disappeared, but as it turns out, not without a trace. There's even a documentary on the Science Channel that says that according to insurance companies, on December 1, 1925, the ship sent out a distress signal and reported that it was tumbling on its side. As early as 2020, The wreckage of the ship was found off the coast of California. As we can see, there is no mysticism and the ship did not disappear or go somewhere else, as it was shown in the movie Close Encounters of the Third Kind. In that film, the missing SS Cotopaxi was found in the Gobi Desert. According to the scenario, extraterrestrial forces transported it there from the Bermuda Triangle.